Good morning, students. Today, in this session, we are going to start the first chapter of Flamingo from the prose section, the last lesson. Now, I have shared you the PDF of this chapter, which is also being displayed on this. In this chapter, I am going to explain you the chapter in this module. Okay. Now, coming to the summary, what is this letter? What is this chapter? The last lesson deals with. Now, the very first, if we come to the title, the last lesson, then you can see how it is possible that the first chapter names the last lesson. What is the meaning here? It's something like oxymoron, contrasting. Okay, it is not the serial, but it's the last message. It's the last class taken by the teacher in this chapter. So, let me tell you what is this all about. Before I start with the summary, I would like to tell you about the lesson, that what is this lesson all about. We are talking about the last lesson, which is set in the days of France-Prussian War. French districts of Alsace and Lorraine had been occupied by the Prussian. So when there was a war between Alsace and Lorraine, which are the French districts, during France and Prussian war, then there was an order by the Prussian commandant which appeared on the bulletin board. Bulletin board means the notice board of the town Alsace. The locals had to read the order and follow them. Okay, so there was a notice on notice on the notice board. What was the notice? That the order will be that the teaching of French language was being stopped. That in France, no French language will be taught. Okay, only German will be taught. So this lesson describes the reaction of the people of Alsace. Okay, so when this kind of message came that in the districts of France, no French language will be taught and only the language of German, only the German language will be taught, that was thunderstorm. Okay, and what was the impact of this order had on the school where French was being taught, that we will study in this chapter. Here we will read about a French school where there is a teacher whose name is Mr. Hamel. Okay, whose name is Mr. Hamel. Okay, he had been teaching in the school for the last 40 years. Okay, but due to the notice, he will have to leave the school. He will have to leave the school, and on the last day of the school, he delivers a lecture. He takes class of his students because that is the last day. So that lesson is going to be the last lesson, and that we are going to study in this lesson. So coming to the summary. The story, the last lesson, deals with the theme of language imposition and language loyalty. The story highlights the pain that is inflicted on the people of a territory by its conqueror by taking away the right to study or to speak their own language. Okay, so the right to study the language was taken away, conquered. Now, the protagonist of this story is Franz. Franz is a student, the boy about whom we will read in this chapter. The very first line of the lesson starts with I started for school. You can see on the screen. I started for school very late that morning and was in great dread of a scolding, especially because M. Hamel had said that he would question us on participles, and I did not know the first word about them. So here the word I stands for French, and Mr. Hamel is the teacher who is going to take class and asks the question on participles, especially in French language. Getting my point? So French, on that day, that is the last day, he was getting late to the school. He was afraid because M. Hamel may ask the question, and he was not knowing anything about what? Participles. So French was in hurry. He was running towards the school. Okay, when he reached the school, what he saw, that all there is a great silence all around. Okay, Franz saw inside the window. He saw his classmates sitting at their place. M. Hamel walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler under his arm. Franz opened the door, went in. He blushed and was frightened. M. Hamel very kindly asked him to go to his place. To his surprise, when he reached the classroom, what happened? He saw that it was looking like a Sunday. What happens on Sunday? There is no class. Nobody is seen in the school campus. And what happens? There is silence all around. So, in the same way, like Sunday, it was silence all around. But when he reached near his class, what happened? He saw that the students are sitting in the classroom, but contrary, there is silence all around. Get my point? And M. Hamel was seen looking and walking up and down. So what happened? He asked for permission to get inside the class, but to his surprise, he was not scolded by M. Hamel, but he was called very politely to sit. Franz noticed that his teacher had put on his best clothes. He was wearing his best cloth. Village people were sitting at the back empty benches. They had come to thank the master for his 40 years faithful service and to show their respect for the country that was theirs no more. Everybody looked sad. Hauser had brought an old primer. So what happened? So you can see that in the classroom, even the villagers were sitting. They had come to the classroom not to study, but for what? They had come to pay their tribute, their homage, or you can say they had come to bid farewell to the teacher, Mr. M. Hamel, for his selfless service of 40 years. Okay, because that was going to be the last day for him. Mr. Hamel said that it was the last lesson he would give them. Henceforth, only German was to be taught in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. The new master would come the next day. This was their last lesson of the French. He wanted them to be very attentive. Franz felt sorry that he had not learnt his lesson properly. The idea that M. Hamel was going away made the narrator forget all about his ruler and how cranky he was. Okay. So, M. Hamel asked Franz to recite, but he stood there silent. The teacher did not scold him. He confessed that his parents and the teacher were at fault. Then he talked of the French language, the most beautiful language in the world, the clearest and the most logical. He asked them to guard it among them and never forget it. Their language was the key to the prison. Then they had lesson in grammar and writing. After the writing, they had a lesson in history, and then the babies chanted. Even old Hauser was crying. At all once, the church clock struck 12, and then the midday prayer. At the same moment, and trumpet of the Prussians returning from the drill sounded under the window. M. Hamel stood up. He wanted to speak, but something choked him. Then he took a piece of chalk and wrote on the blackboard as large as he could, Vive la France. After this, he stopped and leaned his head against the wall. Without a word, he made a gesture with his hand to indicate that the school was dismissed and they might go. So, what happened? In the last, he has written on the board, Vive la France, means long live France. Okay, because in page number 8, you can see it is written, Vive la France. It means long live French language. Why he has written so? Because he loved his language very much, but he was unable to speak anything. That's why he thought that he should write it on the board instead of speaking anything. So he spoke the meaning of Vive la France, and then that was the last day for him and the last lecture, last class. That's why the chapter has been referred as the last lesson. Okay, so what is the message? What is the message in this story? The message is the irony of the whole situation about how people feel when they don't learn their own language. It shows how the language can be a powerful tool to bind a community together. It also shows the importance of children to have an education rather than spending their childhood in working. Okay, so the story is written in a historical background. It's a beautiful depiction of the emotional bond of people with their mother tongue. It depicts the pathos of the situation, that in order to conquer the mind of the people, it is not enough to win a country physically by force. In order to enslave people completely, a conqueror needs to enslave their thoughts and make them devoid of their own mother language. Okay, so in this way, he says that the school is dismissed and he leaves away. Okay, thank you.